Today's video is sponsored by my Patreon. Check the link down below or go to StockSurfS.com/Patreon to join. You get all my buy, sells, call outs, morning update videos, more access to me throughout the day. Again, all that's on Patreon, link down below. Now, let's get into the video. Ladies and gentlemen, after witnessing the stock market get completely mollywopped yesterday, today in comparison was not that bad at all, and we got to break it down in this video. And of course, we're also going to break down some stocks, so sit back, relax, hit the like button, subscribe, get your 2 stocks from Webull and your $50 from M1 Finance. Literally free money. Did I mention it's free money? Both of those are linked down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So the markets closed about 20 minutes ago. The S&P and the Nasdaq pretty much broke even. The Dow went down 0.5%, and we had the Russell up 0.6%, but don't get excited because if you guys remember yesterday, the Russell got hit the most. It went down, I think, almost 3.5%. So the mere 0.6% bounce back today was simply a relief rally for the Russell. It's just recovering a very tiny amount of the losses from yesterday. It's really not that big of a deal. And overall today, I would consider it a consolidation day, a cool off day before the market picks direction. Whether it's a breakout, whether we see more red, we'll find out. And as of now, SPY is holding the 180 SMA, which I've mentioned in the past. This level has held as support over the past couple of months. You guys can see here on the 4-hour chart multiple occasions where SPY has bounced off the 180 SMA, and the occasions where it fell under the 180 SMA momentarily, it recovered above it eventually. You guys can see back in September, we fell under the 180 SMA, in October as well, but we ultimately recovered over it in the middle of October, and you guys can see other occasions where we fell under it momentarily, but every time we've recovered over it. So for these next couple of days, I'm going to be watching it right around 460, 465. I currently have my mark is at or below alert at 465, which means if we break that, I'll get alerted, and we might see more downside at that point. Who the heck knows? And time will tell. But as of now, we're consolidating. You guys can see on the 5-day chart, based on yesterday's aftermarket action, pre-market action today, and throughout the day today, we're consolidating above 465, which is good. And now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably put an alert at 470. Let me do that very quickly, because if SPY breaks above 470, maybe this sees some sort of relief rally back to, let's say, 475. Maybe we start going back to 480. Who the heck knows? So I'm going to put, well, I did already. I put an alert at 470. I have one at 480 and again at 465. So let's see what's going on with Triple Q. Let's pop this up. Triple Q clearly broke under 390, and I mentioned in my post on Patreon yesterday, if that were to happen, and we called it before the fact, I told you guys, look, if 390 breaks, we're probably going to fill the gap down to about 380, which is what we did yesterday, and it makes sense that we're seeing some support around 380, and we're bouncing back, seeing a bit of a relief rally at that point as well. And now that I'm thinking about it, holy crap, we actually hit 380 today as well. So we triple bottomed, it seems like, at 380, 382. Now we're seeing some upside, so I'm going to put another alert on Triple Q, and it's not reversing, guys, quite yet. It's not reversing by any stretch of the imagination, but if we start breaking 385 into the 390s again, that could be a sign that it is reversing, which we're not doing that yet, but I'm going to set my alerts just in case we start doing that, maybe tomorrow or at some point next week. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Drop me a comment down below. Make sure to hit the like button as well if you are finding value in this video, and if you find value in general when it comes to my videos. And make sure to subscribe as well and hit that notification bell. And now let's talk about some stocks. Stock number 1 is good old Draftkings. Let's pop it up here, guys, because Draftkings did have a pretty good day today. It went up about 4.6%, up about 5%, and it's clearly still downtrending. That's not changing quite yet. Even though we did have a pretty good day today, it's still downtrending under the moving averages on this 4-hour chart. But the reason why I want to talk about it is because today New York made a big move. Mobile or online sports bets can now be placed in New York as early as Saturday. You heard that right. This upcoming Saturday in 2 days, and that's according to the Gaming Commission, and they announced that today on Thursday. And the Gaming Commission said 4 licensed mobile sports wagering operators, including Caesars, DraftKings, good old DraftKings, FanDuel, and Rush Street Interactive, have been approved to accept sports bets after 9 a.m. on Saturday. And quote-unquote here, after that effective date, each licensee, Caesars, DraftKings, FanDuel, Rush Street, will determine when to accept wagers based upon its business capabilities and readiness. That is what the Gaming Commission said in a release. So this is not causing DraftKings to go up 30% or 20% or reverse the downtrend, at least not yet, which who the heck knows if it's going to happen. But it's a good sign. It's a good sign. You know, the more states that open up business to companies like DraftKings and DraftKings themselves, the better. So from the perspective of a DraftKings shareholder, full disclosure, I own DraftKings, and you guys on my Patreon know I actually bought more DraftKings today at about $25 flat, and now we're almost at $26. For all of you guys that are long DraftKings, me, again, I'm long DraftKings, this is a good piece of news. So we're going to be watching how this plays out over the next couple of days/weeks. The next stock here is Altria, ticker symbol MO. This one went up over 1% today, and we're finally breaking out of a critical resistance, which has been a sticking point for this stock over the past almost 3.5 months at this point. Over 3.5 months, or around 3.5 months. Either way, what you guys need to know is $49 has been a sticking point since the end of September. You guys can see we got rejected there once, twice, 3, 4, and now recently we started seeing resistance, but with today's session, we broke out. And look at this, guys. Look at this. We're also noticing an ascending triangle on this 4-hour chart when it comes to Altria, and the fact that we're breaking out makes sense. You guys know how ascending triangles play out. We see the leg up out of the triangle. That's exactly what we're getting right now with Altria. So by the looks of it, this is setting up for a move probably towards 51, maybe even higher than that. If I pull back a bit on the 3-year chart, you guys can see if we break 51, the next gap is 53, followed by a nice juicy gap to about $58 per share, which is I don't want to say it's crazy. It's too lofty of a price target because it's not really in reality. But Altria being a more slow-moving stock, it might take a while to get there, but it's not that unrealistic. So keep your eyes on it. Set your alerts. I'm going to put one at $49.50, then I'll put another one at $51.50. Let's do that together here, guys. Mark is at or above $49.50. Then I'll do another one at $51.50. So keep your eyes on good old Altria, ticker symbol MO. Another one that I'm looking at here is SVB Financial Group, ticker symbol SIVB. This is a great pattern here, guys. I spotted this one as I was prepping this video, obviously, and, scouring different watch lists, scouring, different scanners as well. So SIVB did well today. It ended up going up 7.5%. You guys can see it broke out of the wedge today, as well as the 180 moving average. And on top of that, I'm noticing an inverse head and shoulders on this 4-hour chart as well. Take a look at this, guys. We have the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, and where the right shoulder will complete, I personally think it's right around 750, 760, which is near that high from the middle of November. So this is a great breakout stock. Uptrends continuing, inverse head and shoulders. We're breaking the wedge. We're above the moving averages. I think momentum in this one, even though it went up $50 today, guys, 7.5%. I think momentum in this will continue, so watch out for it. Another one that I'm looking at is KLAC. This stock went up 2.7% today. We're noticing a nice bounce off of the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart here, and I'm thinking if we break out of this trend line, let me show you this on the 20-day chart. If we break out of this channel, which we're now testing the top of the channel, if let's say we break maybe 437, maybe 435 even, that's going to be a breakout spot for this particular stock, to the point where we might even take out the highs from a couple of days ago, $446, which is around $14 higher from where we are today. So I'm going to set my alert at $435 right by the top of this downwards channel. Again, if we break that point, momentum in this stock could easily continue. I mean, look at this, guys. On the 4-hour chart, we can see a very similar pattern that played out a couple of weeks ago. Look, we were in this downwards channel for a good amount of time, couple of weeks, not too long, pretty much a month. And then we saw that breakout, right? We got the breakout of 405 to 445. Now we're seeing the same thing, consolidation. Well, it's not really consolidation. It's kind of just us cooling off a bit, trading within this downwards channel before maybe making another move to the point where we break out like we did a couple of weeks ago. We see the next leg up. So that's why I put my alert at 435 on KLAC. We're going to be watching for that breakout. And eBay is another one I'm looking at, which we called out, I think, 2 videos ago. eBay did well today, up 3.6%. And the reason why I'm covering it again in this video is because of the fact that it went up 3.6%. And on top of that, we're now testing a critical resistance. If you guys take a look on this 20-day chart, eBay has struggled at about 67.50, including today. Look at this. Today we hit 67.50. We failed at that point. We hit that point a couple of days ago. We failed. And a couple of days before that. So in my opinion, we got to break 67.50. I'm going to put an alert right there right now. And at that point, I believe eBay is going to start making a move up towards about 70, which is where my next alert is, and that's also where the 180 moving average resistance is here. And if we clear above 70 on eBay, this is going to be a big mover in my opinion, probably towards the mid-high 70s at least. Another one that I'm looking at here is TRV. Let's pop that up. Travelers Companies. This one's testing a big resistance right now, guys, at about $160 to $165. If I pull up the yearly chart on Travelers Companies, you guys can see this has been resistance not only the past couple of weeks, but pretty much all of 2021, now heading into 2022. And another thing I'm noticing here is an ascending triangle. Look at that. The whole time we've been struggling at 165, we've been making higher lows into that resistance, right? You guys can see that clear as day. And this pattern kind of reminds me of Toyota Motor TM, which we called out a couple of videos ago, and it's since done very well. You guys can see the breakout from 185 where we called it out all the way to 200 plus. Now it's trading at 199. That's very similar to what I'm seeing and what I think can happen with TRV. I think if TRV breaks out of 165, this could end up going 175, maybe 180 before it cools off. So I'm going to put an alert right now at $165 per share. And the last stock that we're going to talk about today is UNH, also known as UnitedHealth Group. You guys can see this one hit $509. We hit an all-time high, and by the way, we did call this out a couple of months ago. I think it was 2 months ago maybe. This was also an ascending triangle. We called it out at about 430, and I told you guys, look, if we break 430, we're probably going to see a leg up. And did I think it was going to go all the way to 500 plus? Nope, but that's the stock market for you guys. It surprises you more often than not. And we hit 509. Now we're pulling back to 469. We're down a good, roughly, let's see here, about 8%. So not in correction territory yet, but we're getting there. And one thing we're noticing is earnings are coming up in about 2 weeks on the 19th and we're holding the 180 SMA as of now as support, which, if you guys take a look on this 4-hour chart, this level has held as support over the past couple of months. So this could easily be a spot where buyers step in. The stock's oversold on this time frame, so I wouldn't be surprised if we had a relief rally. And I'm not saying it's going to go back to those all-time highs, but let's say from 470, maybe we get a bounce to 480, 490. Is that possible? Yes, that is possible. So keep your eyes on UnitedHealth Group, TRV, eBay, KLAC, SIVB, Altria, ticker symbol MO, and Draftkings, DKNG. So we're going to wrap it up there, guys. I hope you all found value in this video. If you did, if you didn't, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But if you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure to drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And join my Patreon. Today's the best day. We're early in the month. You can give it a shot. You get all my buys, sells, call outs, morning update videos, more access to me throughout the day, plus more. All of that's on Patreon. Link down below. Or you guys can go to StockSurfest.com/Patreon. That's StockSurfest.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your 2 stocks from Webull and your $50 from M1 Finance. Free money, did I say? It's free money. Both of those are linked right down below. Again, same with the Patreon. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'll pop one up here, how to prepare for the next stock market crash. I made that video earlier. Go watch it. You'll find value. I guarantee you'll find value there. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. As always, keep crushing the market. Stay safe out there. Peace out.